Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. In today's episode, we're going to learn how to get better posture with our guitar by using devices such as a guitar strap or guitar supports. So we'll start with the guitar strap here. So really what this is for is so you can play the guitar while standing up, and it's great for that, but it can also help us get a better posture even when we're sitting down. Okay? So hopefully you have a guitar strap at home. I'd recommend getting one. If not, you may not have a way to equip it, but you can have your local music store install a little strap button here. I had to do that. This did not come with the guitar. The guitar did come with a strap button, which I had replaced with a different type of strap button that will let me plug in a 1/4 inch cable to hook the guitar up electronically. Has pickups in here. But anyhow, assuming that you have a guitar strap, you'll take the longer end that's single. That one I like to put up here, and the doubled up end here, that one I typically put at the bottom of the guitar. So I'll drape it over my shoulder like this. Or actually, why don't I hook up the bottom one first? That'll probably be easier. So I'll get that attached to the bottom, and I'll take the strap and I will put it over my shoulder this way. And now there's some confusion with beginners on how to do this. So I'm going to put this to my strap button first and show you. So this is the proper way with my arm in here. I see some people that have their arm kind of outside of it like that. You might be a little confused on how these work. But no, this arm is supposed to be in here with you, okay? And then this strap comes over and hooks up right there. Okay, I have my guitar, see how that's higher now? I don't have to, if I want to, relax, I can let it rest on my leg and I'm not too out of posture. But if I really sit up straight, the guitar is here. And I do that intentionally. This is how I set up my guitar strap, so that way when I stand up, the guitar is still right here. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm sitting up or standing up or sitting down, my guitar is in the exact same spot. So you see punk rock guys that play with their guitar way down, and maybe that looks cool, but I don't find that to be the best way to get good posture. So we really want to be conscious of that. So you can kind of fit your hand in underneath the guitar, and that should tell you a good height for you. And if you relax, you should be able to let it rest on there a little bit and still have fairly good posture, but sitting up really tall will lift. And that will make sure that you're practicing the same, whether you're sitting or standing. Okay, so that's the guitar strap for you. It can help you get better posture. It can also make it possible to stand and play the guitar, which can be very important in certain contexts. Next, we're going to learn about a different type of guitar support. All right, so now I have a different guitar that has a different type of guitar support here. So this one kind of folds up and it creates this little frame that holds it, kind of like where my strap brought the guitar. It's kind of in a similar place now, but now I don't need the strap. It'll just rest here. So this one is called the neck up guitar support and has this little, take this off so you can see, it has a little suction cup that fixes to the bottom of the guitar here. And then the other side of it just fits right on your strap button, just like the other strap did. Okay. Now, if you have a different type of guitar that doesn't have a strap button, like my classical guitar does not have one of those, it does come with extra suction cups, so you can put one on the bottom and use a suction cup at both points. But if you have a button for a guitar strap, it makes it easier to do this way. So keep it on this leg, and this is a good height for me. This is basically about where I had it when I had adjusted my other guitar to have the strap brought up right about here. So this is nice. I can adjust this if I wanted to, but I think this is good. This is an interesting tuning, by the way. This is called DAD-GAD tuning, where my strings are D, A, D, G, A, D, DAD, GAD, right? So anyhow, I just happen to have it set up like this. We're not going to go too deep into that tuning, but this is the guitar support. I can also use it on my other leg here. This is typically how classical guitarists would play. They have the guitar kind of in between their legs here, and that kind of gives more of this direction going on rather than a completely horizontal. So it sort of depends on your preference and your style. But this can be very comfortable. You can kind of be almost holding the guitar like this. So this could be great posture. Kind of depends on your body type again and what you'd like to do with that. But basically this replaces an invention called the footstool, which is the classic standard way that classical guitarists would elevate this leg so they could keep the guitar here. And we're going to check that out in the next scene. Hello. So we're talking about how to have good posture when we're playing the guitar and how to support the instrument. This is a classical nylon string guitar, and traditionally how this one is played is a little bit differently than the way I'm playing it now, in a folk style where it's over my right leg, since I'm right-handed, the same hand that I would strum with, it's on that leg, whereas a lot of times classical, we would put it on this leg, okay, and then you have to bring your leg way up. So the way that we help get our leg to a height that makes it comfortable to put it on this opposite leg is with a device called a footstool. We also have different ways of doing it, but this is sort of the traditional footstool way. I think they probably used to use just a block of wood originally, but this is a modern one. So it folds out like this, and it has all of these different tracks here, and you can set your height. So if I choose the very first one, that's the shortest the foot stand will be, which is good for my legs because they're sort of long. But if you have shorter legs, you can set it all the way up to here, and that makes the footstool taller. So if you have shorter legs, you can still reach it from your chair. So hopefully you can find a nice comfortable place. I'm going to put it into the first notch here for me, and then I'll set it down. Okay, and then I put my foot on it, and now I can rest it right here, and the guitar stays right here. So this is a very comfortable way to play the guitar, especially for finger style. I find it to be very good for posture in terms of my left wrist. I find it to be a little bit tough on my back sometimes, so this is why other supports exist, such as the A-frame. Some people have these little pillow cushion type things that they use. I didn't really want to have to carry around a pillow with me everywhere I went with my guitar, so I went for this type of footstool because I could just put it in my backpack. But you can decide what's right for you. But yeah, so that's kind of the downside, is the back. But it does get the guitar to a very nice height, which is good for my wrist here because of the angle. It's very comfortable for my left hand. For the right hand, on classical guitar, we typically use our fingers and not a pick. So the angle here is rather nice for the right hand. My fingers can lay out over the strings the way that they like to. This angle is not always ideal for using a flat pick. Sometimes I like the guitar to be a little bit more horizontal when I flat pick, but for classical this works great. So as you can see, there are many different supports that are going to help you get the guitar to a comfortable place, but the idea is that you find one that works good for your body and what allows you to keep a good posture. Nice straight back for the most part, maybe a little bit rounded in. And remember, you can look forward to see what you're doing, but then try not to stay there. Then try to look back and try to remember not to flip the guitar this way to see what you're doing. Okay, great. Well, those are my thoughts on guitar supports. I hope you are able to find one that works well for you, and I will see you in the next video to learn more about the guitar.